Hi, my name is Jill Deutscher. I teach career and life development at Community Care College. And today I want to talk a little bit about how professionals use body language in the workplace. So you only have a few seconds to make a positive impression on any new person that you meet. And in that short time, the other person makes all sorts of judgments about you based on your appearance, your demeanor, how you're dressed, and certainly your body language as well. So body language is just simply your gestures, your posture, your facial expression that you use to communicate some sort of message without actually using words. So let's just imagine it's your first day at a new job. You have worked hard to earn your credentials in school, you've landed a great job, and now it's your first day. So think about what kinds of things you want to communicate that first day. What do you want your new coworkers and your supervisors to know about you? I've got a list here of a few qualities that I think would be important for them to know about you. And you may have others in mind as well, but just confident, committed, interested, etc. I'll let you read the rest of that list. So, of course, we can't run around our first day on a new job just telling people, hi, my name is Jill and I'm very confident, or I'm friendly, I'm very authentic, right? That's not how you would communicate those things. But you can still communicate these types of messages and qualities using your body language. So let's talk about how you're going to do that. First up, the first weapon in your body language arsenal is your smile. Now, not all smiles are created equal. A genuine smile and a plastic smile do not have the same power. A genuine smile lets people know you're friendly. It shows interest, and your whole face, including your eyes, gets involved. So fake smiles tend to be those sort of mouth-only type smiles. When you smile at someone, their natural response is to smile back. Smiling releases endorphins, so you even feel better when you smile, and so does the person who smiles back at you. Your smile is one of the most powerful body language tools you can use to demonstrate your interest, your friendliness, and your confidence, and just simply that you're happy to be there. Okay, so we've got your smile all set. Now let's talk about your posture and what that can communicate. So take a look at the picture in the top left here. We have this woman with her arms crossed. I see a lot of tension in her face and her mouth, and her eyes looking off to the side. So how do you read this? When you look at somebody with that kind of body language, what do you take away from it? I see that maybe she's angry, maybe she is frustrated, but she certainly isn't open to discussion or open to meeting new people. And I would say this is not the body language of a professional. Let's look on the bottom row here. We have a woman who is slumped over, holding her chin in her hand. How do you read that? What kind of a message do you think that she's sending to you? My first instinct is that she is maybe sad or disappointed. It could also be boredom or disinterest as well. But regardless, this is not the kind of body language that you would want to use in a professional setting. Remember, you're communicating something all the time, whether you intend to or not. Your gestures and your face are always telling a story of how you're feeling or what you're thinking. So to make a positive impression, when you sit up straight, lean forward a little bit to show that you're interested. When you stand, distribute your weight between both of your feet so you don't lean to the side with one hip sort of stuck out. And as you walk, be sure to pick up your feet. No shuffling, right? Move at a decent pace, not racing around frantically as though you're out of control, but also not as though you're out for a Sunday stroll. This is work, right? There is work to do if you're in a professional environment, so be purposeful in your movements. We've got this picture of a handshake up here in the top right, so let's just talk about handshakes for a quick moment. When you're introduced to someone new, you should always stand and extend your hand for a friendly and firm handshake. No need to show your strength by giving a bone-crushing squeeze to the other person's hand. Just simply grasp it, firmly shake a couple of times, and release. Very important, don't forget to smile and make eye contact during that handshake. That's a way to demonstrate warmth and confidence and friendliness. So let's talk about listening and how body language goes with listening. First question, Are you listening? Okay, so go back to my example of your first day on the job. Whether or not you are listening is pretty important, right? You are new to this place. You want to learn everything you need to know about how to do your job well. So whether you're listening is very important. But secondly, and as important, does it look like you're listening? So how can you show that you're listening using your body language? So first, be sure and face the person that you're talking to. It's considered rude to turn your back on someone who is talking to you. And you should nod or say uh-huh or okay or smile occasionally as the speaker is talking, because that gives them confirmation that you understand what's being said. And you should also maintain eye contact with the speaker. It doesn't have to be piercing eye contact. It's okay to take a break from the eye contact, look away, and then come back. But you should always try and establish that connection between yourself and the speaker, because you will get better information this way. If the speaker is convinced that you are really listening and engaged, they will tell you more and they will give you better information. And when you think about this in terms of maybe you're listening to a client or a patient, you want really good information from them so that you can do your job well. Let me show you a picture of somebody who is not listening. A couple of my students who volunteered to be in a picture here. On the right, we have somebody who is talking and smiling. She's very animated. She's using her hands, and she's talking to her friend. Does the friend look like she's listening? No, she doesn't. The friend is texting on her cell phone. So she might say, no, I was listening. I heard every word that you said. But the reality is it does not look like she's listening, and that matters. Eventually, the speaker will move on to somebody else who is more willing to engage and connect, make eye contact, and show that she is listening. So last slide here. When I talk about body language with my students, I sometimes hear them say things like, well, I don't like my smile, so I don't smile very much, or I can't make eye contact very well, or I don't feel comfortable shaking hands and introducing myself to new people. All I can say to that is to start practicing now. These skills are essential to your success as a professional. And lastly, just remember you're communicating something all the time, whether you intend to or not. So be aware of your own body language and make it work for you. Thanks for listening.